See how many people come in. Bring them in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. What's up, guys? It's your boy Hugo the Savage back again for another Savage Talks Live. It's a special edition, of course it is. We are approaching Royal Rumble weekend. What is everybody saying? Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's well. Staying healthy. Don't let COVID get the 1, 2, 3 on you. You know, like that. Like I said, it's going to be a special prediction video. I won't be on my own today. I got a special guest, one of my homies. I'll be bringing him in very soon. Long-time WWE and pro wrestling fan. So I'll bring him in very, very soon. How's everybody doing? Sue's in the chat. Man like Bradley Masamba, what are you saying? Always here. You said hi from way back when, bro. You was ready early times, you know, like that. My G. Mass Drawing King, as usual, always here. Never fails. Shout out Stephen Porter. What are you saying, brother? The one, the only. Brother Nero. Man is here. Come rain or shine, you know, like that. But yeah, you've seen the title of the video. Could have went over many more topics this week, but there's nothing more important than leading up to the Royal Rumble than the Royal Rumble match itself. And it's very, very exciting because, I mean, it's nothing new now. We've probably had about 2 or 3 of them, maybe 3. But just thinking back to years ago, we had no women's Royal Rumble match. It was just the men. And I'm actually thinking WWE's a lot better for having the women's Royal Rumble match as well. It makes it a lot more exciting. Makes these prediction videos a lot more exciting. And I'm amped to go. You know he's here. King of the table, Morris. What are you saying, brother? Yeah? Cesaro has to win for SmackDown. Okay. We're going to get into the predictions anyway, guys, and I'll give everyone their chance to have their say. So hold on to your predictions for now. Do not put your predictions in the chat just yet. We're going to go through match by match. And then when we get to a certain match, you can tell me your predictions in the chat. Okay. Obviously, no one's listening to me and that. You know, like that. Yeah, it's like that. Creative vein in the place. Okay. Love for basketball. You know the vibes. You're a G still, because last week you was here for a while. Then you said you had to go play ball, and I was here for it, bro. But hopefully you're there in the Royal Rumble watch along, which will be there. We'll all be there on Sunday. I'll start the watch along maybe 15 minutes before the actual show comes on. Yeah, Roman, don't worry. Don't worry about it, bro. You know, like that. It's all good. I only said to hold on to it so we can all discuss it together. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. And anyone else who joins the chat after can just join in with the conversation. If you're watching this back on the playback, shout out to you. Hope you're well. I don't know what you was doing with your life instead of being on this live because we're in lockdown. Don't act like you got stuff to do. None of us have. Anyway, let's get it. I'm gonna bring my homeboy on, Sea Breeze. Like I told you, lifelong wrestling fan. We're getting it. Let's go. What you saying, Breeze? What you saying, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for the intro, man.
Oi, it's one of them, bro. You know, like that. It's Royal Rumble weekend coming up. Everyone's excited. The chat's popping off. Yeah. I love it, man. Super Dragon in the chat. What are you saying, brother? Hope you're well. You know, like that. But yeah, man, we're good. We're good. Obviously, you know, we're here to do the Royal Rumble prediction show. We're not just going to predict the Royal Rumble match. We're going to go through the whole match card. It's not too much of a big card, to be honest, because the 2 Royal Rumble matches usually take up at least two and a bit hours of the show. And it's probably going to be a 4-hour show. So we're going to head off with, I think we're going to start with the bigger matches still. Now, one thing I will say, I'll let you have your say on it as well. Doing this prediction on the Royal Rumble night is a bit weird, yeah, because they never give us the match card in order. So if you go on all the different websites, the first match I've got on I've got Bleacher Report in front of me and Digital Spy, and the first match they give, and WWE.com. The first match they give me on the card is WWE champion Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Now, that match probably will happen first because we know that one of the Royal Rumble matches are going to finish last, but we don't know which one's going first between the men and the women's one. I have a strange feeling that the women's one's going to be last. And like I said, that puts a little bit of on what I was thinking might happen, because if the women's one comes last, then I've got a few feelings about Alexa Bliss. If the men's one finishes last, then I got a few feelings about The Fiend. So, but yeah, we're going to get into it. So we're going to go in the order that I've got here. Guys, like I said to you, watch along and we'll discuss it. So first match, Kevin Owens versus the Tribal Chief, our Tribal Chief, everyone's Tribal Chief. I brought in straight away. I've always been brought in.
Yeah.
Last man standing match. It was supposed to be Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce, and he hustled everyone. Paul told him, I'll whoop your ass. And yeah, we got Kevin Owens again. And this is Kevin Owens' third time of trying to take the title off Roman in the last couple of months. So, Breezy, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, that guy's a sucker for punishment, man. Does he not know who the Tribal Chief is? This kid's he's like a boomerang, keeps coming back. Let me be real with you. Roman Reigns ain't losing, bro. Like, this guy, yeah. This guy, easily the best right now in WWE.
100%.
And he's been like that for years anyway. Do you know what I mean? You know what my thoughts are on there. But yeah, he's going to beat Kevin Owens, no doubt about it. I think there's going to be some interference. His cousin and that or join in and join in on the beatdown. But I think it's going to be a long night for KO. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very, very long night. And he might actually leave on a stretcher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Creative Reigns says Roman Reigns is winning that for sure. I think we're all on the same page with that. I think the prediction more for me is how Roman wins more than if he wins. And I can't see them making Kevin Owens look stupid weak. I think he'll have some good parts in the match, because if you look up until now, when Kevin Owens has been on shows and that, he's been on top in a lot of fights with Roman. Roman actually hasn't had to do much wrestling over the few weeks. It's always been Jay doing stuff and Roman doing beatdowns backstage. Hopefully Roman's been able to conserve his energy, and we see a mega beatdown from Roman. Well, my prediction for this match, and I'm going to go off track a little bit, I think Roman does win this match. I think both men will struggle in the match. It's a last man standing, remember, so there's no 1, 2, 3s in this. I have a major feeling, and I don't know the outside world of this, that Jimmy, because obviously it's Jay at the moment, I feel like Jimmy's going to be done.
Yeah.
Maybe Kevin Owens gets the upper hand on Jay and thinks that Jay's gone away and it's just Roman versus Kevin, and then we see Jimmy come out and help Roman pick up the victory. That's the only thing I can see, to be honest. I can't see it being clean, because why would he need to? He's the chief and he's got people to do his bidding for him. And if WWE want to be weird, because sometimes they do try and put weird stuff in, they might do some weird double last man standing where none of them make the count at 10 and Roman keeps the belt.
I was about to say, like, literally with the 10 count, I've got a funny feeling that there's just going to be no one around to do the 10 count, and Roman's going to be down for the 10. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's kind of like with the cage match, like Kevin Owens had that one as well, didn't he? So you're right. I can see that happening. I can see that it's going to be some sort of controversy, but it could be Jimmy. It could be Jimmy, to be fair.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, I know for sure Jimmy doesn't have that brace on his leg anymore, but I just don't know how fit he is. But to be honest, he doesn't need to be match ready to interfere in this match. He just needs to be able to walk and do a super kick. Mass Drawing King, can you imagine Kevin winning? I can't imagine Kevin winning. I know WWE do some silly things sometimes, and I think there's a silly thing coming in this Royal Rumble, what we'll get to a little bit later, but I can't see it happening. Roman Tully, I think Kevin should win, because Roman and The Rock isn't happening for a while, so there needs to be time period where someone else needs to be the champ, but Roman is just great, and we'll share the same name.
That's actually a good point, because do you know?
So it's actually Roman. You're a G.
Yeah. Do you know when I messaged you earlier and I was talking about literally just imagine if Roman actually lost?
You did say that. I think it will make great TV. I think it'll make great TV. I'm actually a massive fan of Kevin Owens. What he does in the ring, I think he's great on the mic. But I don't think. See, the thing is, there's no fans at the moment, and you can't tell when Roman's got the title that there's no fans because he's so good. What does Kevin Owens do with that title other than hold it until WrestleMania and fight Roman again? And I don't want to see Kevin Owens and Roman 4 times. So I think that although it would be great for Roman's character seeing him lose it, something inside of me wants Roman to keep this title till the next WrestleMania, and I really mean that. Yeah, creative vein. I think Jimmy Uso is going to come back with Jay. Yeah, that's the same sentiment I agree with. Brother Nero, Roman not losing. You know them way there. You know them way there, bro. Of course he's not losing, bro. Roman too lit. Sasha versus Carmella is also happening. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's not on all the internet cards, Sasha versus Carmella. But since you brought up Roman and since you've been spamming the comment section, doing your thing, shout out to you. We'll go into that match. If it happens, we'll talk about it. So Sasha versus Carmella. It's for the SmackDown Women's title. Sasha is holding that belt. She's held that belt since she beat Bayley at, I don't know, was it Hell in a Cell? Well, I don't know, or TLC. I know she beat her with the bank statement and she wrapped the chair around her neck. I've been super impressed with Sasha Banks. I've not made it a secret on this channel. Ever since she returned with the blue hair, she took some time out. I know that she seemed to be a little bit depressed in real life. There was the WWE documentary on it. All the reports at the time, basically what she done was she just didn't turn up to work and then she was gone for ages. I don't know what that had something to. I don't know what it had to do with. Probably trolls online or something like that. I know loads of people trolling her about ending Paige's career and all this business, but she went away. She went to Japan. She trained with some proper badass wrestlers. And to me, we don't normally talk about it much in the women's division. But when we talk about technical wrestlers like Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero and these technical guys, they're like counter wrestlers. So you do a move, they switch it. Sasha Banks, for me, in the women's division, her and Asuka, when it comes to that technical side of the game, some of the best. And Carmella, she reinvented her character a little bit, not too dissimilar to the old Carmella, apart from she's a little bit more bougie now. I actually love this Carmella. I think she's great. She changed up her look a little bit. She comes out in dresses instead of actual wrestling attire most of the time. She got that butler Jeffrey with her. I know his name ain't Jeffrey, but shout out to the Fresh Prince people. Yeah, she got that butler with her. And if you seen him on SmackDown, this guy is athletic as hell, bro. He was doing backflips and all this madness all over the place. But I'm going to go on this match. You know, something tells me Sasha's just going to retain the title. I wouldn't have been mad at seeing Carmella win it. I think she was a good champion last time. I think she'd be even better this time. But I'm going to go with Sasha Banks. Breezy, what do you think on this match?
Yeah, for me, exactly what you said about Sasha. Sasha coming back. I never thought that she was going to be a great face because of character and stuff like that. But she's making it work. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not like literally endearing herself to the fans, but she's doing enough to still be a face, if you get what I'm trying to say. Whereas before, it seemed like she was trying to force it a little bit. And obviously, like you said, that she was going through a bad patch outside of the ring and stuff. And you could kind of like see that with her in the game. Yeah, man, I think I've got a funny feeling that they might go with Carmella here. It's one of them. Like, are they going to roll with Sasha? Are they going to roll with Sasha Banks all the way up till Royal Rumble? There's an event before Royal Rumble, isn't there?
No, Royal Rumble this week.
No, before WrestleMania.
Elimination Chamber, I think it is.
Elimination Chamber. So I've got a funny feeling that they're going to, I think Carmella's going to win. I think she's going to win. And I just think that Sasha is going to win the title back at Elimination Chamber. I've got a funny feeling that just going to do a little bit of a title change. Carmella's character is so strong that just don't want to move away from the title picture, lose in Royal Rumble, but then just disappear. It's a real strong character. She's got the butler and everything like that. She's got the whole sexy look and like the super heel type thing. So I think it'll be a good idea to roll with Carmella. So I'm going to go with Carmella. I'm going to see that they see a little bit of sense with it. Go Carmella for now.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not mad at Carmella winning, to be honest. I kind of agree with the same sentiment. She's so on top at the moment. I think if she loses again in a title shot, her character will fizzle out a little bit, because what do you do with that kind of heel Carmella when she's not going for a title? She's her character now is she wants the best of everything, the best dresses, the best makeup, the best champagne. She's gonna want the best title.
Yeah.
And obviously, apart from the main women's titles, we don't have intercontinental women's title or a US women's title. So yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. I'm just gonna hit the chat a minute. I swear, if Goldberg beats Drew, I'm not watching wrestling anymore. Lord of Darkness, you know my views on this, bro. If Goldberg wins, we riot, bro, because I've had enough.
Yo, that's my hero from 1998, was it? That's my hero.
Listen, bro.
Not now.
There was loads of love for Goldberg back in the day, yeah, but this geezer can't keep leaving the WWE, coming back and winning the title in his first shot. I can't, nah. Against Drew.
I can't have his forehead bleeding as well and all that sort of stuff. Like it's his head off the door and all that sort of madness.
They better not make Carmella versus Sasha the new Andrade and Garza versus Street Profits. I know exactly what you mean with that. That match we used to see every single week. Ashton, the fortune teller. I hope AJ Lee returns and faces off against Ronda. I hope that never, ever, ever happens. I'm okay with AJ Lee returning, and we'll talk about Ronda in the Royal Rumble women's match. We'll talk about that because I got something to say on it, but I don't want to see her there. Roman Tully, I think Sasha would win, no doubt. She's just the best in women's wrestling, along with Io Shirai. She needs to hold that title till WrestleMania. Also, well, I mean, if Sasha holds that title until WrestleMania, she's losing it to somebody at WrestleMania. I can't see all these champions retaining their titles at WrestleMania. Goldberg will beat Drew, and I hope he will win, just because I don't like Drew. Okay, the first person to say that I hope Goldberg wins.
Wow.
I wasn't sold on Drew at the beginning. Nothing to do with his talent, nothing to do with not liking him. I just weren't interested in him as a champion. A little bit more interested now, but just some people, when there's no fans there, that just don't connect with him. Lord of Darkness, Roman will win. Believe that. I do. Ashton, I actually want to see Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman told you already, bro. He's from New York. Low blows all day. Roman will win. I have a terrible feeling that Goldberg will beat Drew. I hope it. Oh my God, everyone's dying. Edge should win. He deserves that. Love Edge. Massive fan. Who do you think will be the person to take the title off Roman Reigns? We'll get to that. Gilbert is more of a hero of mine. Jesus, man.
No. Oh. He was actually a legend. That guy was brilliant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with sprinklers and all that. To be fair, that guy was jokes. He was hilarious. I remember the Rock
seems to be the talk of the town, and we were talking about Sasha and Carmella, but everyone wants to talk about Goldberg. And the next match we're going to go on to is Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. It's a regular old singles match. Brawl it out. Breezy. What do you think?
All I can say is I can guarantee that this will probably be the worst match of the night. So I can guarantee that. Like, that's a good prediction. Drew's gonna win. I've got a funny feeling something's gonna happen, because I don't think they're gonna allow Goldberg to lose cleanly.
Yeah.
So I've got a funny feeling that something's gonna build towards WrestleMania in the match. I can't put my finger on it at the moment, but I just don't think they're going to allow Goldberg to lose clean, and I don't think Drew's on the Brock Lesnar level where he's just going to get speared and lose in 30 seconds, pay him off and leave type thing. So
I agree.
I'm going to go with Drew, but I do think there's going to be some sort of interference.
Okay. Well, my feelings on this match, there's not been much build-up. We've had 2 Raws. The Raw where Goldberg returned, the Raw after Drew had COVID, and then this Raw, we seen them take out who did the takeout, I can't remember, but they took out someone together. It was all a bit cheesy. It was all a bit like, it was a repeat of what happened last time when Goldberg and Roman took out Braun. It was exactly the same. Obviously, the only thing last time it was a double spear. Okay, I can't predict this match without thinking further forward to WrestleMania, because surely Goldberg, this match can only last about 6 or 7 minutes.
If that.
And that's if Drew's doing most of the work. I think Goldberg will do. I mean, I think Goldberg will start the match and just spear the hell out of Drew maybe 3 times. The only difference is we're going to see Drew get back up from them. We've seen he got up from the F5s from Brock Lesnar, so he'll just get back up from them. If Goldberg goes for the jackhammer, he might hurt his back, bro. I've seen him try and pick up the Undertaker.
I think Drew could be out for a year, brother. Like, yeah. I'm not even joking. It's dangerous. You get what I'm saying?
So I think he goes into the match the cocky one. He's tried to turn Drew into this heel thing and said that he was disrespecting legends and all this, but clearly it wasn't. I think Goldberg goes into this the cocky one, gets the upper hand in the first part of the match with a few spears and stuff, and then I think he goes for one more spear, and he gets claymored as he tries to spear Drew. Drew beats him. And then there's no use for Goldberg, because what does Goldberg do after that match? If he loses, he has no... And this is no disrespect. If Goldberg loses this match, there's nothing left for him because he can't go for another title. Nobody wants to see him in a regular feud. So he kind of has to win.
He's the legends, though, isn't he? They're trying to use that angle. But what do you think about The Miz in all this? Because that's
cashing in. I think he's going to cash in. For some reason, I think he's going to cash in at WrestleMania. This is the reason why I think that Drew will win this match. And I think The Miz will cash in on Drew. Although, if you want to leave Drew looking strong, The Miz cashes in this match and picks up the title. And to be honest, if I had a choice of how I'd want the match to go, I'd want The Miz to cash in on this match. And that's kind of what I went back to before when I said to you, I don't know where these matches are positioned in the card. Because if the Royal Rumble is before their match and The Miz is in the Royal Rumble and gets knocked out, I definitely think he's going to cash in.
That's why it makes a difference. Yeah, it makes a difference. Yeah, the order definitely makes a difference.
So yeah, I'm going to go for Drew anyway, because I just can't see WWE doing this 3 times in a row where Goldberg comes back and wins the title. Although he's never won the WWE Championship, he's won the Universal Championship twice. He had the World Heavyweight Championship back in the day, but he's not won this title.
And remember, there's an Elimination Chamber in between that and WrestleMania as well, so there's always that.
Exactly. Gamer Guy, what if The Rock is in the Rumble? That's not gonna. This geezer's superstar status, greatest actor on the planet at the moment, picking up all the money. Listen, no. And yeah, The Rock's too good for no fans. I'm sorry, I said it. Dream match, Aleister Black versus Shawn Michaels. Wouldn't be mad at that, but not now. In Shawn Michaels ain't fighting no one now. I think Aleister Black will return in the Royal Rumble though. Edge versus Roman at WrestleMania. I can kind of see them going down this route. I think Edge has enough on the mic to get everyone's suspense going. And at the moment, deep down, everyone's enjoying the heel Roman. So it isn't going 100% the way you'd want it to go with a heel. You want everyone to hate them, but everyone kind of loves it. So putting him against Edge would turn the fans on Roman. But this time, for the first time, it would be in a proper wrestling way and not just booing him for the sake of it. So UKB23, I agree with you on that one. Goldberg versus Drew will be the quickest match of the night. 100% will be the quickest match of the night. Maybe unless R-Truth has a 24/7 title match, will last 20 seconds. But I really hope CM Punk returns. CM Punk won't return, and I don't want him to return either. I respect everyone's feelings towards CM Punk, but for me, maybe the most overrated WWE star I've ever heard of. Like,
I completely agree. Yeah,
it was weird. What do you think about Lesnar returning at the Rumble? I can never rule out Lesnar returning at the Rumble.
Anytime Lesnar's in WWE, I'm happy. It's simple as that.
Sorry to curse, but if Goldberg wins, I would lose all faith in wrestling. The dude Goldberg is ass cakes. CM Punk is blacklisted. Yeah, he's not even on the backstage. In the darkest timeline, Goldberg beats Drew for the title. Later, then enters the Royal Rumble at 30, wins and challenges Roman. Oh my God, man! Why did you, Brother Nero? Why did you have to put that down, man?
What an idea, man! If it was 99, maybe.
The only person has Brock Lesnar. I mean, has John Cena ever fought Goldberg? He hasn't, has he?
No,
he hasn't fought him. There you go. There's a WrestleMania match for Goldberg, John Cena. If Seth returns, do you think, guys, he will return as face or heel? Return as face. Yeah, I mean, you can't just go and visit your newborn baby and then come back a heel. What kind of father is that? You know, like that. But game ago, I hope he doesn't win. Brother Nero, it's a nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare. We're gonna get on to the next match. Shout out to Jack LeBombard. Great, huge fan of yours. Thank you very much, brother. Shout out to Dro. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope the family's well. Zilla, what's up, Savage? How you been? I'm good. I hope you're well. The Miz pulls a Seth Rollins and fails. Seth Rollins has the greatest ever WrestleMania cash-in. That's a fact.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah.
So we've covered the championship. We're going to go into the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. And we got Asuka and Charlotte versus Shayna Baszler and Nia. I have a massive feeling on this one. I don't normally look forward to this match, but I have a massive feeling on this. I know a lot of people are worried because they don't share the same sentiment I do on Charlotte. And I know a lot of people think if Charlotte loses the title in this match, she's going to win the Rumble. I can guarantee you guys, if she's not winning the Rumble, she won it last year, she will not win the Rumble. But we're going to go into this match. Breezy, what's your predictions on this? Then I'll go.
I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler. And I think they're going to lose the tag team titles.
It's pretty simple, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I was thinking something might happen between Asuka and Charlotte, but Charlotte's already in a feud with what's her name?
Yeah.
So she's going to get involved with Rick and literally cost them the tag team titles. Do you know what I mean? Simple like that. Yeah.
With me on this match, I think that WWE knows that. I mean, they've got their ears to the street and they've got social media. As soon as Charlotte won the tag team titles with Asuka, everybody online said Charlotte's going to screw Asuka out this title at some point. And I know that we had it with Bayley and Sasha when we knew it was coming, but they actually dragged it on for a while and it was a good feud. I think with this one, it would be very boring if it was just like Charlotte turn on Asuka.
100%.
She's super face at the moment, Charlotte, because obviously she's got the antagonist in Lacey Evans. What you said is what I was going to say, which I think in this match, because you got to remember, Asuka losing the title doesn't hurt her. She's got the women's title. I think that we get Ric Flair and Lacey Evans coming down to the ring. I think that we might see the first kiss between Lacey Evans and the Nature Boy, and it puts Charlotte off, and she gets the Samoan drop from Nia Jax, and then Baszler finishes her off. I just think that Lacey Evans will be getting involved in this match. And if this match is before the Women's Royal Rumble as well, I can see that Lacey Evans cost Charlotte and Asuka the title, and then Charlotte's the one to throw Lacey out the Royal Rumble. She won't win the Royal Rumble, but I think she'll throw her out, and it will set up a match between Lacey Evans and Charlotte, one-on-one. Rick's going to be in the corner of Lacey Evans. Could be at Elimination Chamber, probably going to be at WrestleMania, because they can't have Charlotte in every main event match, even though I love Charlotte. I don't think it will happen this time. And I think they will need somebody in the corner of Charlotte, probably going to be Andrade at some point. I can see it happening. It's been away for a while. But yeah, I think
I've got another theory with that. I won't go into the Royal Rumble too much. Yeah, but I think Lacey Evans is going to be quite prominent in that, if you know what I mean, going into WrestleMania. And I think a lot's going to happen in Elimination Chamber, because I'm not too sure that they're going to use Asuka as the. I love Asuka. Asuka's my favorite, as you know, favorite women wrestler. But I've got a funny feeling that they might not have her as part of the main event for WrestleMania. We'll see, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah,
I kind of agree with the sentiment. I think because Elimination Chamber is like more than one per 6 other people, or is it 8? It's 6, isn't it? Yeah.
6, yeah.
I think it doesn't make Asuka look weak losing in an Elimination Chamber, because she's got so much to deal with. Because I think the person who's going to win, possibly the person who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, is going to be from Raw. No, I think the person is going to be from SmackDown, which means that the Women's Raw title, which Asuka has, the way to get the #1 contender for that is at Elimination Chamber, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of agree with the same. Just gonna go into the comment section and we'll get on to the next match. Charlotte and Asuka for the win. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Anytime Charlotte wins, I'm there for it. But for the little sacrifice for the storyline, Lacey Evans definitely interrupts. Lacey reaches turn up distraction. Nia hits a botch choke slam and a leg drop. But yeah, that's kind of what I said, bro. But listen, have some respect for Nia, man. Like, leave her alone, man. She doesn't botch stuff on purpose, bro. You know, like, just leave her alone, man. But yeah, I do think Lacey and Rick do distract. If Asuka doesn't change or have some moments during Monday Night Raw, they'll win. Maybe that interaction with Alexa Bliss changes Asuka. You never know. She's got that Kana character that she had before. I think Charlotte and Asuka are going to win a WWE, planting seed for Nia to turn on Shayna to break up. But I think Charlotte is overrated and her and Asuka don't make sense. Okay, her and Asuka probably don't make sense. I'm not really a fan of. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of people throwing tag teams together when there's already established tag teams. But we know that Vince doesn't like tag teams. He broke up the Iconics just to put Peyton with Lacey Evans. Made no sense. I actually seen on the podcast earlier with Peyton Royce. She said she found out on the night that they were going to split up, which is shocking. Obviously, it's her best friend and that. But also, what I wanted to mention on this tag team match is the reason why I think Nia and Shayna win this match. Also, their feud over the last few weeks has been between Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. I think we build for a WrestleMania tag team match, and I think at WrestleMania, Dana and Mandy Rose win the women's tag team titles. Mandy's been on a roll for about a year now, and she hasn't picked up no titles. I think that thing with Otis kind of messed her up. Actually, he didn't do any favors because everything went over to him. But I think that's what we get. Also, this is what I was going to say next. Lana, please return. Lana will return. She will return at the Royal Rumble and throw Nia Jax out. That is a massive prediction for me. She won't win it. She will return and throw Nia Jax out. Nia's the one who messed up her leg. Zilla, I like Lacey as a face. That's kind of crazy that you said that because I hate Lacey as a face.
I can't stand that, man.
She's built in to be a heel.
Yeah.
Like,
Her character can't be. Yeah.
Those titles will be Nia and Shayna's. I think Charlotte will continue a feud with Lacey and Asuka will work a program with Alexa. I think that's why they're going to take the titles off them. Yeah, Creative Vein, this is probably the comment that most goes along with my thoughts on it. I think that's almost 100% correct. Alexa pops out of nowhere for a distraction, maybe. True, could happen. Alexa might help Bray win the Royal Rumble. Oh, we're going to get onto that soon. Bray's been gone. Bray will be back. Lacey kiss Rick. Yep, said it, bro. I said it. I think the Roman was going to be dominated by Bray and Alexa. You can see it happening. Alexa's been very strong, so I'm not interested in seeing. Yeah, well, you share the views with me. I'm not interested in CM Punk. Let's just even keep CM Punk out of this chat because I'm kind of done with this brother. You know, like that. What do you think of scary ending in the men's Royal Rumble? Yeah, I think this is my thoughts, man. I think that for once there might be something weird in this Royal Rumble. It's never happened before, but we'll see. We're going to go to the next match, and I think we are on the Royal Rumble matches now. I know there's going to be there's probably going to be the Raw tag team titles on the line on the kickoff show. I think it's an hour long. If that match does go ahead, it's likely to be Cedric and Shelton versus the New Day. If that is the case, I think Hurt Business should retain the titles. New Day are so established; they don't need any titles at all. And I love the Hurt Business. I don't understand why they keep trying to go down this route of breaking up the Hurt Business already. I don't like it.
I can see that happening. I don't quite understand that. Like the link with Shelton and there's no need for it. They're too good.
Very weird.
If they do have the match, Hurt Business all day.
Yeah.
But it looks as though they're going to continue to build that little feud, that little inside feud, aren't they? So
exactly. So I'm not sure. The match might not go ahead, to be honest, because there's not a lot of time in this show. Kofi is out though. Hey, I didn't know it was confirmed that Kofi's out. Well, that's a good thing. That means that the title, what will be on the line, the SmackDown titles probably will be Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus the Street Profits. I'm gonna just say that I'm happy for them to scrap both tag team matches in this Royal Rumble. we've got enough matches. Just focus on the Royal Rumble, and then at Elimination Chamber, you can put more matches on. And obviously, there's the Intercontinental title as well, which I think that will be the match on the kickoff show. Maybe Sami Zayn versus Big E versus Apollo. They haven't gone through this yet and said it's going to happen, but we've got one SmackDown left before Royal Rumble. The way things are going, it looks like we're going to get Apollo and Sami Zayn and Big E in a triple threat match. But I'm not going to talk on that match too much. I think Big E should retain no matter what. He's only had a title for a little bit. So yeah, this comment's funny because you can see it happening. Okay, so we're going to get onto we will get onto the female not Money in the Bank, female Royal Rumble first. I'm going to let you take it away, Breezer. You can tell me who you think is going to win. You can tell me how you think is going to win. You can tell me if you think there's going to be any surprise entrances. But yeah.
I hope it's not predictable and it's not Alexa Bliss. I know that she's on a roll right now and it looks as though she's towards, like, she gets that thing and it turns dark and she's indestructible. But that'll be a boring Royal Rumble. So for me, I've got a funny feeling that Lacey Evans might win it,
Really?
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Lacey Evans might win it. It's probably a bit far-fetched because you're probably right earlier when you said Charlotte will they'll cost them the tag team titles.
Yeah.
And Charlotte will probably throw her out. But I've just got a funny feeling that they're going to just roll with Lacey Evans because I think that they gave her like a real massive push before.
Yeah.
And so I think they do think of her highly, and I
think so as well.
I think the order's interesting, like you said, because like Fiend and with Alexa Bliss, that's gonna take a lot of. Obviously, I'll probably change my opinion, but for me, Lacey Evans, I think comes in quite late. I don't think she's gonna stay in there for too long. So yeah, I think that she'll win with the help of Rick again. I think Rick's going to be quite prominent in the Royal Rumble.
That's an interesting one, man. I actually like the thought of it because no one's really said Lacey Evans. Get into these comments and then I'll give my prediction on it. Do you guys hate Matt Riddle's gimmick or is it just me? I can't stand his character. Okay, I'm going to say this year, Nima. Matt Riddle's character is Matt Riddle. That is how he is in real life. Like, he talks like that. That's how he is. That's literally how he is. I don't mind him too much. I think it's time he put some shoes on though. But I don't mind him. I think he's super talented. Becky Lynch returns and wins. I don't know if that's too good. She's only had the baby about 2-3 months ago. I don't know about that, but
I think that's wise.
She's Irish, so she's strong as hell. Mass Drawing King. I think AJ Lee will win. AJ Lee ain't gonna be there, man. She's still married to CM Punk.
She had that like 1 year run, and that was about not even 1 year. I've never really rated her or CM Punk. I'm not gonna.
Do you want to know the thoughts I have on AJ Lee? I think and this is not against her because when I watched it back, she's actually good. But I think the reason why she's rated so highly and CM Punk is when they were both on top, the roster wasn't that great.
Yeah,
that was the time of when Sheamus winning Royal Rumbles and Alberto Del Rio was champion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know how old everyone is in the comment section, but there's like a generation switch and there was a gap around like them times. But she's great. I don't think she'll be back. I think she's just whatever her husband does, she does. She got his back, and I can't see her.
She's been writing books, isn't she? Isn't she?
Yeah, she's been writing loads of books. Yeah.
Is it like children's books or something?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's going to be Alexa or Bianca. I really hope Bianca Belair wins the Royal Rumble. I want to see Nikki join, but it's hard choice for now. Oh yeah, Nikki Cross or Alexa or Bailey.
I love Bailey.
I love Bailey, man. Bailey's class. I think Cedric and Ricochet should get back together. Cedric doesn't really fit in with the Hurt Business. He is a great face and needs a push, maybe a US title. Now, I actually like him as the Hurt Business. I like his cocky character. I think Bianca should win. Chances to win, but I don't think surprise. Melina, Eva Marie, Naomi, and maybe Lana returns. Okay, I'm gonna say my prediction now. So this women's match, this Royal Rumble, I think. I honestly think that they don't need Alexa to win the Royal Rumble. So you get a few people in wrestling, special people So it's actually a compliment to Alexa, where they don't need a title to give them star quality. We've watched Alexa over the last 3 or 4 months, well, 3 months, and obviously the last 8 weeks without The Fiend, be the best thing on Raw every single week. It shows she doesn't need a title. Now, everyone might disagree, but does everyone remember what happened when you give The Fiend the title? All of a sudden, the star quality goes, the mystery goes, and if you beat him for the title, which he has to lose at some point, it makes him look weaker. The Fiend looks weaker now than he ever has because we knew that Goldberg came and speared him and won. So Goldberg said to him in the ring, "You don't scare me with your puppets." It kind of defeated the whole object of what all of us were watching every week. He literally came in and said, "I'm not scared of you with your stupid mask and your puppets." And then the match starts, he spears him before he takes his jacket off and finishes him off. So I don't want the same thing to happen to Alexa. I think that it's going to build to something massive at WrestleMania. Probably going to be kind of how the Boneyard match was with Undertaker and AJ at WrestleMania, but it will have something to do with Alexa and Bray. It'll be like a mini movie. Alexa got acting skills. She will have some part to play in the Royal Rumble, but she might end up leaving herself because she don't care. She could win, but my pick for the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble, and I've been saying this for 6 months, Bianca Belair wins the Women's Royal Rumble. She was the most dominant woman in the last Women's Royal Rumble. I think she was in there the longest as well. She's got that little program going with Bayley at the moment, kind of showing off her skills. I feel like everyone's buying into her a little bit more, talking about her a lot. WWE just put out a documentary on Bianca Belair. I just feel like if they're not going to go with Bianca Belair now, they never will, because, yeah, they just won't. I don't know who she's going to throw out. I don't know who she's going to throw out at the end, but I don't think it really matters. Few surprise entrances into the Royal Rumble. I don't know if you have any that you think might come back. It's kind of hard with the women's one because usually they just go for legends. We had it before where we had Trish and Lita, Holly and that.
Was that in the first one as well? It was in the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Any returns? I'm trying to think. The Bella, no, they just had the babies, haven't they? They had babies. No, I can't really think of anyone. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah. So on the women's front, I wrote down a few people that I might think might return, and I wrote down about 10, and only 3 of them are women. Bear in mind, guys, that when I mention these people, I'm not mentioning the people who, like, there's the regular backstage people like Tori Wilson and Marley Holly. I'm not about them kind of people. I think we get, I think Eva Marie returns in the Royal Rumble. All Red Everything. I think she returns. I think she got a bit of a hard time before, but she had everything. I don't know, the looks, the charisma and everything and like that. No one really liked her in the ring, but we're getting to the era of wrestling now where people aren't allowed to make mistakes and stuff like that. They're not doing it on purpose. If Vince or whoever tells you you've got a match on the main roster, there's not many people who are going to say, no, it's all right, I'll stay training for a little bit, because he just won't give you the chance again. So I think Eva Marie will return. I think, don't know if everyone knows, if anyone watches Impact Wrestling, Taya Valkyrie is the wife of John Morrison. She's a former Impact champion, and her contract finished with Impact last week, I think. John Morrison's in WWE. I'm pretty sure now that she's retired, she wants to spend more time with John Morrison. So we might just get a return, like, to enter the ring. And then what could possibly happen, and I don't know how I feel about it, is Ronda Rousey. So there's a lot of talk about a contract before, but she actually signed a 3-year contract with WWE. Contract's up in April, which is WrestleMania season. She got spotted training at the Performance Center a few months ago. What was she doing training there if she's an MMA star and she's finished with the WWE? These are the things I don't know, but I have a feeling that Ronda might return. Now, I've seen on Twitter, she wrote a message back to the odds. So, the book is odds. She was odds on, and she posted the same odds and said, these are mad odds. I don't really understand them, but I don't know if she's trying to, whittle her way through.
Or to be fair, I didn't know about any of that with the performance centers. That sounds kind of, it sounds kind of sus, innit? To be fair,
Yeah, exactly.
my
And
thoughts on.
I don't really want to be there. Also, anyone else to return?
Who would she? This is the thing. So say she come back, great return, she wins the Royal Rumble or whatever. Like, who would she feud with? Like with the champions right now?
She wouldn't. There's no one for her.
There's no
in the press talk, the Royal Rumble talk, what Charlotte, Mickey James, Natalia, and Sasha Banks done. They asked Charlotte about Ronda Rousey, and she said, "Is she star quality? Yes. Does the division need her? Not at all." And that is how to put it.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything bad about her. She just said, "We don't need her because there's up and coming talent." Now, usually, and guys on this channel, you know I don't like to go through rumors and all the stuff outside the WWE, but it's a pandemic, so I pay attention to stuff. Now, usually, as you've seen, I've not said anybody from NXT to enter. And apparently, they don't want to mix NXT talent and main roster talent because of the pandemic. Kind of keep everyone separate from each other. Kind of the reason why you don't see the Lucha House Party on the main roster anymore, because one's at the Performance Center, one's at the Thunderdome. So that's why I didn't mention anyone from NXT. But in the men's one, I can see it probably happening. Yeah, you went with Lacey Evans. I'll go Bianca Belair. Probably both end up being wrong, and they'll probably throw somebody in who doesn't need to win. But I hope they go with. I don't know. I hope we get somebody good win.
Bianca Belair is the G, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if she wins, I won't be mad at that either. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, man. I don't want him to. I want fresh. I want a fresh winner, a fresh feud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that comment's funny. Oh, okay. Well, that's the women's one there. We're going to the male one. This is exciting. I am excited for the male Royal Rumble. Like I said, we don't know where in the card these matches are going to happen. The likelihood is that one match, I think the Roman match will be first, and then I think they'll give us a Royal Rumble match straight after that, and then the other match will be the last match on the card. They're probably going to go with the male one last. But yeah, what are you saying, Breezy? Who do you think's going to win?
Okay, so
what's up, Chris?
Yeah, do you know when it comes to AJ Styles? Yeah, there's either going to be two things that's going to happen with him. Either he's going to be, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Either he's going to be like the comedy with Amos, like Brock Lesnar was last year, and staying there for ages with Amos, because that guy cracks me up. Yeah, like his facial expressions when people go towards him, he's killing me, bruv. Gives me jokes. But so he either lasts right at the start, or AJ Styles wins. Bruv, like I can see AJ Styles winning. So it's one or the other. Either the guy, like literally, he's the Brock Lesnar, like he's having the jokes of Brock Lesnar dancing and everything last year, or he could potentially throw out Amos or something like that. Anyway, I want AJ Styles to win. He's one of my favorites. So I'm going to have him down to win. I'm going to say it with my chest. AJ Styles to win the Royal Rumble. And I think he's going to be in there from quite early as well. Do you know what I mean? But he's going to use Amos all the way. Now, the thing is with AJ Styles, yeah, there's not really a blatant feud for him. So sometimes it's hard to, you know, you look elsewhere. But for some reason, I've just got a funny feeling that might roll with AJ Styles and, you know, try to get him to put energy into Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a bit dead. And
you noticed that about AJ Styles? He just keeps beating everyone up. It's not particular people. He's every time a SmackDown comes on, he's fighting random people.
Just random. Yeah.
That's funny. I think that we will get loads of spots where AJ gets knocked out and Amos just catches him and throws him back in. I can just see it keep happening.
What I'm saying, that sort of shit is hilarious. Someone like goes towards Amos or whatever, and you see the face, the face of fear. The guy is too funny. Like the AJ, the dynamics between those two, it's hilarious, isn't it? So, like I said, the Joker of the pack and someone else, probably your pick.
Yeah.
Whoever it is probably wins or whatever. But it's either the Jokers of the pack and the last for ages, or he actually wins it, bruv.
Yeah. Quickly going to the chat, then I'll give him mine. Elite Squad. Listen, I've seen this from loads of people, and I know it's down to the Randy Orton thing. I can't have this happening.
Oh,
It's
no.
fun. It's all fun and games, but for me, Royal Rumble is the sanctum of pro wrestling. You got Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. You don't mess with these two. I think the reason why it was funny when Nia Jax joined the men's Royal Rumble is one, because she can beat up a lot of them. Yeah, so it looks realistic. But yeah, Alexa Bliss, no. Now, Randy coming in at number 30 or something, the lights going off, the Fiend and Alexa standing there, the lights go off again, and then Randy's gone. I can see that happening. I can see the Fiend taking Randy away, and then we will get the Fiend versus Randy for the last time at WrestleMania. I can see that happening. Not mad at it at all. But I don't want Alexa to win the women's Royal Rumble. I feel scary things. WWE is talking about a risky ass spot, and I hope it's not, because I don't want anyone to get hurt. Randy's not making it far. He's marked, man. Yeah. See, this is it, guys. I actually don't. I try my hardest not to pay attention to rumors and outside news. I know a lot of the times it's people who have leaked it from WWE, but I feel like stuff like this, just leave it alone. If they're gonna go for something edgy at the end, speaking of Edge, Edge is definitely in the Royal Rumble, so I'm excited to see him because I love Edge, man. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as it was last year because it was a massive surprise to me, but he still gives me that feeling from back in the day. What I will say is, going back to what Creative Vein said, Randy's a marked man. There's a lot of like, if the Fiend comes in and then Edge is in there, because Edge's beef is with Randy still. That's how he hurt himself. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens there. Elite Squad says, yeah, I agree with this. And I like it like that.
Yeah.
Unpredictable is what I like in WWE. I'm not one of these guys who, like, when I'm making these predictions, I kind of want to be wrong because I want the excitement of, I just don't like when I'm wrong and it's something stupid what happens. But listen, I don't work for the WWE creative team, so I can't always get what I want, like that. Let's not be selfish and all that. But for me, men's Royal Rumble match, Rhea Ripley, yeah, I can see that. Okay, there's been a lot of talk about Cesaro and Shinsuke and this. Okay, so the Royal Rumble match. We've had Shinsuke, he's won in the last 3 years. Randy's won in the last 3 years. We had Drew win last year. I can't see Randy winning the Royal Rumble. Also, doesn't need to. He's only just lost the WWE title, remember. He won it off Drew and lost it again. Can't see that happening. My pick for this match, and I do believe that it will be a SmackDown superstar, which does open the door for Nakamura, Cesaro, all these kind of people. My pick from a while ago, Daniel Bryan's going to win the Royal Rumble. First of all, the reason why I say it is because when I was thinking back before who I wanted to win the Royal Rumble of SmackDown, I was like, Daniel Bryan. He's a solid wrestler. He's not too much in the limelight at the moment, and he's been losing a lot, which is weird. So he lost. He's had these matches. He lost to Cesaro. I just can't see that WWE is going to go through this thing where Daniel Bryan keeps losing every week and then gets to the Royal Rumble and loses, then gets to WrestleMania and doesn't have a main event match, put him in some stupid battle royal at the beginning. This is Daniel Bryan we're talking about. Whether he's your favorite or not, he's Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. I think we get what I said, that the Fiend takes Randy out of the Royal Rumble, not by entering the match and beating him up. I just think he's going to do something weird and get rid of him. I think we'll have Edge at the end again. Maybe Edge, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, and Nakamura, the last four in the ring. I would like to put this out there. I don't like to sit on the fence. I've picked Daniel Bryan. The person who I was going to pick, and they have to make a return for them to win this Royal Rumble. No one's been talking about them. Braun Strowman. Now, it's good for him. Everyone forgot about him. No one's mentioned him. All I've seen on Instagram and Twitter is this geezer is the same size as he was and extra lean. He looks like Superman, bro. He didn't injure himself. He got sacked. He got suspended in the storyline. What's the reason for Braun Strowman not returning? There isn't a reason. Who does Roman Reigns have beef with already? Well, yeah, Roman Reigns returned, beat the hell out of the Fiend, and beat up Braun Strowman for no reason. If Braun Strowman comes into this match, I might go with Braun to win. But at this current time, I'm going for Daniel Bryan. I've got a few people on a list to who I think might return. And some people who are not even part of WWE but might just turn up. So these are shots in the dark, really. John Cena. John Cena could be in the match. I know he's been less than part-time over the last however long. But John Cena not fighting at WrestleMania always feels a bit weird. And I don't think he'll just turn up like he did last time when he fought The Undertaker and just has a match at WrestleMania. So that's an outside chance. Carlito, just to return, because there's always somebody with a bit of comedy who returns. It's going to be Carlito or Santino Marella. RVD's finished with Impact Wrestling, and he's been finished with them for a while. So RVD's an outside chance. And there's a few people from like Impact and Ring of Honor and stuff who are not on the contract anymore. Ethan Page, Dalton Castle, Switchblade, Jay White, Marty Skull. So there's a few people. One thing I'd think would be cool to put in, and I know everyone doesn't want to go with the sentiment and stuff like that, but it's nearly been a year since Shad died. And I think it would be cool if we get JTG in the ring. I just want to hear the theme song one more time. I'm not mad at hearing money, money, yeah, yeah. And then we get JTG in the ring. He ain't gonna win, but I'm not mad at it.
How about the Hurt Business? How about do you know what I mean? The Bobby. So the last four. I've got a funny feeling Lashley, the Almighty, might be in the last four, bruv. You get what I'm trying to say, man? Because this geezer's dominant. So my last four is going to be Bobby. I think Daniel Bryan, like you said, AJ Styles and Edge. They're going to be my final four.
Yeah, I definitely see Edge being at the end of this match. I honestly can't see many people from NXT coming in, which is a weird one.
Walter's a great wrestler, man. It'll be good if he.
Walter would be great.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
I wouldn't want him to win because
no.
As much as I think he's great, WWE works on fans being invested in certain people. Dark horse kind of investment. A lot of people know who he is, but a lot of fans don't. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna stick with Daniel Bryan. I'm really a little bit sold on Braun Strowman, but I just think when you look across the roster and you see, I don't know where people are heading. You know what I mean? They've just turned Nakamura face and stuff, but he's been face for like a couple of weeks. Cesaro's talking about winning and stuff like that. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm trying to take my feelings and what I know about WWE and pick a winner. Of course, everyone wants to see Cesaro do better and all these things, but realistically, can you guys honestly say that you're going to be fine with Cesaro walking around with one of those belts when he wins at WrestleMania? I can't see him as that champion. There's loads of people in the past, Razor Ramon, these kind of people, never won the WWE Championship. So that shows the level of some people are intercontinental level, and intercontinental level is fine. It's great. You can put like The Miz, to me, is one of the greatest intercontinental champions there's been. So I like it, man. People talking about Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I feel like I've just disrespected someone here, so I'm just gonna quickly touch upon why I never mentioned him. I feel bad; it just left my mind. Keith Lee will be in the last four. I don't know why Keith left my mind. I love Keith Lee. He'll be in the final four.
Not the Almighty.
Huh?
Not the Almighty Bobby. No.
Nah, I think they've done nothing on the main roster to make Keith Lee look weak, even when he's lost.
Yeah.
Um,
I was going to say, do you know, I saw one of your comments earlier, and that made me think even more. So I've gone with the AJ Styles thing, but the Edge versus Roman Reigns,
yeah, it's class.
as like a blockbuster,
Yeah.
the way that he can build it up, how great he is on the mic as well for WrestleMania, and it's all about selling a pay-per-view as well. That's a great main event. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm slowly moving towards Edge.
Edge ain't a bad shout. He's not a bad shout, man.
Yeah,
he's got a star quality. The promo that he cut on Raw was incredible.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
If I go through, I mean, we've not give prediction on who. I mean, I don't know with you. I think with AJ, you want him to win anyway, but I didn't really give a prediction on who I want to win. I gave a prediction on who I thought would win. If I put a prediction on who I want to win, it would be. He's not Samoa Joe. He's on commentary, innit? And I know he hurt himself last year, but I'm sure he's fit, bro.
That would be mad. That would be mad if Samoa Joe came back and won that. That would be great. That'd be great.
When I think of people challenging someone for a title, with Samoa Joe, it doesn't matter which one he goes for. He's a savage.
Not at all.
And I'm not mad at Samoa Joe versus Roman. We had it before. But that was against a different Roman.
They could do it as a family thing or whatever. Yeah. He's known as well. Do you know what I mean? They could use that, like the family, like the disrespecting of families and like that.
Yeah,
it's not a bad. There's another one. That's not a bad shout, you know. That's not a bad.
Loads of people saying that Keith Lee got COVID. All these things. You guys, I don't know if you guys live in these people's houses or you got sources in your house and that you don't know too much, bro. But listen, I agree with what we got before. I think it was Elite Squad who said that it's the most unpredictable Royal Rumble we've had in a while. And I'm not mad at it, bro. I love when it's like this. I don't even know if Seth Rollins is going to return. Because, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out, he's the dad. He's not the mom. He's not the one who gave birth. He's not injured. So, yeah, man.
If he returns, he wins. It's as simple as that. Yeah, and goes on against Roman. Do you know what I mean? So
just as much as Edge versus Roman is a blockbuster, Seth versus Roman,
huge.
Because of who they are and the story they've got between each other, could be bigger. There'll be fans back at WrestleMania as well.
People won't be bored of people get bored of Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? But now they're not bored. It's been a few months away. People will be excited to have him back, so that could be blockbuster.
Yeah, real. That's a good comment there. Honestly, I think Edge and AJ should be Edge and AJ. Just for who's the best wrestler. That could be great, bro.
Hey, that's a good show. Yeah, they're two of my favorites of all time. Yeah, brilliant.
Mark my words, Savage. Roman will not be the Universal Champion anymore. Kevin Owens will be the new Universal Champion. Suck, boo your tribal chief, Roman. Bro, what's the disrespect for the chief, bro? You know what I mean? You want to go to his Instagram? Yeah, man, you don't hurt, bro. Like that. But, yeah, endless possibilities. Does Cesaro have a chance? No. That's my... I think he'll do well in the Rumble, though. There's going to be people who are going to get loads of eliminations.
Just bring a few people around and stuff like that. But let's be straight when it comes to Cesaro, yeah. Right. Pound for pound, he's the strongest wrestler probably in WWE. But he's not great on the mic.
Yeah.
His moveset's not as exciting as people make out. And he just doesn't give you that sort of star quality. That's what it is, man. You want him to do well because do you know what I mean? He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He ain't got the star quality, man. Not for me, anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have this thing. I speak to you a lot about it, and it's not a disrespect to wrestling fans because everyone is allowed to be a fan how they want to be a fan. But there is this new school thing where, you know, they get bored of whoever's champion for a little bit, even though they beg that person to be champion. And then all of a sudden they pick out a random person and say, he deserves the title. Well, he doesn't, because usually if you deserve the title, at some point you'll get it. All the people who I've seen who are champions usually at some point deserve to have the belt. And these are the people that, like, I remember when everyone was like, we need Seth to beat Brock. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then Seth beat Brock, and then everyone turned on Seth and started booing him. And then there's like, oh, we need Seth to beat. Remember, everyone's like, oh, we need Seth to beat the Fiend. Then they turned on him.
And when Brock come back, everyone got bored of Brock. So no one stayed through that. And like what you said earlier about Razor Ramon as well, when you talk about intercontinental level. Yeah. He knows, man. He knows, literally. There's one tribal chief, man, so you gotta have respect for him. But yeah, like going back to like Razor Ramon, yeah, like that was his level. So I remember that time, you know what I mean? And he was never like, there was Shawn Michaels, there was Bret Hart or whatever. He was never for that level. But if it was wrestling now, people would be talking, well, why can't we get Razor Ramon? He was never that. He was never that. He's the man who does that to Hogan. He's not the one who's getting that done to him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true, man. It's just this new thing when everyone just picks out a person and says that they want this person to win. Savage, who is better, Lacey Evans or Charlotte Flair? Mitchell, Walter Mitchell. You don't be asking me these questions, bro. You already know what my answer is, bro. Charlotte's the bro. Come on now. I don't give a damn what everyone thinks about Charlotte's character. She's the best, bro. But I do love Lacey Evans. I've not just made this up. Go back and look at my comments. Go and look at my videos from before. I was sold on Lacey Evans. Like Lacey Evans, when she left NXT and came to the main roster, I was sold. Let this heel woman win the championship. And then they turned her face. You can't wipe sweat off your head on a handkerchief in a match, throw it in someone's face, call them nasty, and then be a babyface. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And she was doing that while she was a babyface.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think Charlotte's the new Triple H? And that's how people see her.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't it? Yeah.
100%. The funny thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with Rick. It's just because Vince loves her.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Brocky Kaiser, bro. You just call this guy Miro in my chat, bro. This game in this chat, his name's Rusev, bro. I don't come with this best friend Miro business, bro. In my opinion, deserves to be world champion. No, I don't agree. I think Intercontinental title, Rusev Day was hot. It was good. But I see what he does in AEW now. Yeah, it's a bit dead still. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. But spirit of your opinion, you know, like that. I'm sold on Rusev. Rusev was good. And he was really good when he came in, when he was doing the whole Bulgarian brute thing. But is Seth and Roman maybe a good option? Face versus heel, or maybe heel versus heel? I think that it will be, because you remember the last time we seen Seth, he sacrificed himself and got booted in the face by Sheamus in the Survivor Series match. So I think that's I think he sacrificed he's not heel anymore, bro. I think everyone's moved on, which is a shame, because if he started getting more disciples in, it would have been fun. But he ended up just doing this weird thing with Rey Mysterio, and it lasted way longer than it should have.
Yeah, I weren't a fan of that Seth. I'm not even going to lie. That whole saga was horrible.
Yeah, it was only funny at the beginning with the one glove. But then after that, it was just like, okay. My final four is Sheamus, Edge, AJ Styles, and Daniel Bryan. Sheamus might win if Drew retains. Oh, listen. This is a
good shout. That it's a good one,
because it's funny, because me and you spoke a couple of weeks ago about Sheamus versus Drew at some point. That's going to happen, because they can't stay best friends when one's got the title.
Yeah.
Listen, that's a good shout, man. Brother Nero. Yeah, that's the sentiment I agree with. Every day is the worst day. Do you think it's Ronda versus Becky? They was talking about this. I don't really care.
Please don't, man.
All versus Disarmer and all that business. I don't know. But
no more Ronda, man. No more Ronda. I won't tune in to the Ronda match. Nah, man. I won't watch it.
Yeah, I'm done with. I'm not done with Ronda. I'm running Ronda as well. But
disrespectful.
Yeah, guys. They're my winners. So Daniel Bryan for the men, Bianca Belair for the women, Roman Reigns to retain, Nia Jackson Baszler to win the tag team championships. I think all the male tag team championships will stay the same. And do not count out The Miz cashing in that Money in the Bank because he's sneaky. I mean, if they want to make everyone feel better for Goldberg beating Drew, Goldberg wins. He's all tired because he's old. The Miz comes down, hit him in the briefcase, cashes in. I'm not mad at that either. But yeah, thank you for all your comments, guys. It's been fun. We've been an hour deep into it. So yeah, it's been fun, man. Thank you very much. Guys, you know the deal. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Share it with everyone, man. Thank you for joining the chat. So I might have been deserve 10 years. Yeah. Bro, Rocky, listen, I'm not mad at the views on it. I love Cesaro. I actually like the guy, but I just think it doesn't, time in WWE doesn't equate to deserving a title shot, if that makes any sense. Do you get what I mean? It doesn't, like, there's plenty of people who have been in WWE for a while and haven't won certain things. But if you're happy to see Cesaro as champion, then shout out to you. Master and King, Miz cashed in at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'd prefer it there as well. Savage and Roman beats Kevin Owens. I respect Roman. You know, like that. Anyway. Yeah.
By the way, I want to see Bob Backlund in the Royal Rumble. That's the one that I want to see return. Good old Bob.
Listen, that crossface chicken wing is one of the best. Yo, bro, can you spell your Fortnite name? Because I didn't find it. Can I put it in the chat? It's not my Fortnite name, it's my son's Fortnite name, but yeah, he's always on there, ready for it, you know, like that. So let me get that on there. Yeah, Brown Tank 22. There he is in the chat. There he is. That's his gamer tag. It's on Xbox. Brown Tank 22. I think there's no spaces between it, so check it out. And he'll let me know if you add him anyway. Shout out to you guys. Lord of Darkness, shout out to you, bro. It was fun. Guys, just remember the watch along for the Royal Rumble I'll be there, bro. 15 minutes before it starts, I'll be there. So make sure you're there, guys. And SmackDown videos coming Saturday morning, Friday morning, depending on where you are on the planet. Dude, what's your favorite wrestler? The Rock, all day, every day, forever and always. Universe, Smartest SmackDown, booing Roman. Yeah. That WWE Universe, what you heard booing Roman, is not real. It's that they pumped that in there. That's not real, bro. You look online and you'll see the love. Anyway, guys, I can chat all night, but you know the vibes. And every time we have these live streams, Liverpool are playing. Last time I got to the game with 2 minutes left. So it's love, guys. Thank you very much. I'll be your boy Hugo the Savage. That's been Chris Breeze. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
All good, man. All good.
It's all been good. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the watch along. Peace out.